What up, squad? Welcome back to the channel. So my man Terrence Camp lost 275 pounds, and during this in-depth conversation we talked about the ups, the downs, all the things that he learned. If he can go back in time, what would he do differently? Like, this is a very valuable conversation. This man almost died.
High blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol. I had all the number one killers wrapped around my neck.
So without further ado, let's get into this.
All right, first and foremost, bro, thank you for making the time to come down and tell your story. I think it's important that people know it's not just me that have been able to transform our bodies and kind of take control of our realities. What was your heaviest weight?
So when I went for my annual checkup, they said that I weighed in at 485.
Nearly 500 pounds. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How did you find yourself at nearly 500 pounds?
So pretty much I was a produce manager at Kroger, and it's like it was almost like I was living life like a robot. Like going to work, working 10, 12-hour shifts. You work so much and to the point where you don't even realize, I done went this many hours without eating, that many hours without eating. And then when you do eat, so when you load, you pile it on.
Let's go back to the moment where you decided, man, enough is enough. I need to get control of my weight. What was going on in your life at the time?
I had made an oath to myself when my son came. I was like, I'm doing it different this time. Like, it's go time.
So talk to me a little bit about what was going on with you mentally and emotionally around that time when you decided to really give this your all.
I had my mama took me to get a checkup.
Okay.
She had took me to get a checkup, and I wasn't real big on health, or I didn't really care what the doctors were saying or anything. And I went there, did blood work. The doctor called me 2 days later, and he was like,
Pardon the interruption, but this video is sponsored by BrixTraining.com. I am currently taking on online coaching clients. I have a system that works. Take all of the frustration out of the process for yourself. Get the support, get the accountability. Go to BrixTraining.com. Sign up for a discovery call. Let's figure out if I can help you transform your life today.
I went there, did blood work. The doctor called me 2 days later. And he was like, we need to set another appointment. I got to talk to you face to face and tell you what's going on. And he was showing me my records and stuff. Type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol. I had all the number one killers wrapped around my neck. When it really hit me, I'm going home and I'm holding my son, and I'm just like, man, I know I got stuff set up to where, God forbid, if anything ever happened to me, I know far as money-wise, he would be good. But I could put a bag of money on the table and walk out the house. It can't raise my son. So from that day forth, I was like, I need to get on the ball with this.
I can relate to that. If it wasn't for my kids, I don't think I would have had the energy to really pull myself out of that dark place. I was in a really dark place. So salute to you for that.
Yes, sir.
Children are a blessing. And he saved your life.
Yeah. Like every day. I tell you, he's like one of my biggest fans.
After having that conversation with the doctor, and you recognize that you have all of these life-threatening conditions, what is your first step? Like, what is the first lever that you pull to get yourself going?
When I first got in the gym, I was so heavy that I would have pain in my joints. I had real bad sciatic nerve damage. That was another thing. So it would always be a pain that shoots from my lower back, and it'd shoot straight to my knee and then straight to my ankle. So it'd be some days where I would be limping. I would be up. Now I don't have no problems like that now, but that's how much the weight was affecting me. So, going to the gym that heavy, it's not really a lot. Like, you can't go on the treadmill and just start running, because that's 475 pounds that you're trying to ask to run at a steady pace, and
asking your knees and your ankles and your back to support all of that.
So I did my research, and I was like, I had went on Google, I had Googled it. I was like, man, what is the top exercises that causes you to burn the most calories? It was the elliptical. So every day, and this was on like day one, I call it ground zero. Day one, I would go in there and I would do 45 minutes on the elliptical. And every day I would push myself. If I got 46 minutes the next day, that's a plus. If it was 48 minutes, it's a plus. And it started, 40 minutes started turning into 50 and 60. And now I'm at an hour 10, hour and 20. I started really pushing myself. And my first week working out, I had did those 2 days and I did 45 minutes.
All cardio.
Cardio.
Just cardio, yeah.
And I followed my diet, which was keto. My first week, I cut 12 pounds.
So all cardio the first month.
Yeah. All cardio the first month. And
so when did you start to introduce weights?
I probably was like a year in already. I was already a year in when I started introducing weights.
So why initially did you just do cardio? What was your reason behind that?
To actually build up the endurance for the work ethic.
Sounds like it was important for you to have some sort of metric or some sort of goal that constantly you're looking to improve a little bit at a time.
I try to tell people that's the beauty about being able to work out and do what I do in the gym and stuff is that I tell them, look, I would be telling you a bold-faced lie if I told you I just came in here and just started doing what I do. It didn't work like that. I had to work myself up to it. And I'm pretty sure that's everybody in the gym. You have to work yourself up to actually doing the workloads.
When you think about like significant moments during the weight loss process, like significant milestone moments that kind of either propelled you or may have set you back, like what are some things that stand out in your memory?
So my first month in, I lost 35 pounds. And it was a milestone for me because that's the most weight that I've lost in a month span ever. And like from that day forth, I was just like, it was kind of like building a competition for myself. Like I'm just like, man, I did 35 this month. I'm gonna try to do 37 next month. I'm gonna try to go in there and go harder. But even if I fell short, which in some months, I did fall short. It was still a plus for me because I still got out there and did it.
I say that all the time. Like, weight loss is a game of inches. You feel what I'm saying? And you just have to keep going long enough to compile the small wins. Like, you gain small wins. And as long as you keep going, you eventually reach your destination. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes perseverance. It takes consistency. And it's not a perfect journey.
Yeah. I tell cats a lot of times. I'll be like, man, like, I know people say it's bad, but me, I like to hold myself accountable. So every day, I will weigh myself when I wake up before I go to sleep. So I can keep myself accountable to, okay, I know how hard I need to go today. I know what I need to do to maintain this weight. I tell people cutting weight is easy. Maintaining it is the hard part. That's the hardest part is trying to maintain it. So, and I told him, I said, in order to climb that ladder, if you're able to master the maintaining part, it'll come second nature.
I think the beauty of doing it slowly is you learn maintenance at the same time because you're approaching it in a more sustainable pace. Because obviously anybody can lose weight doing any sorts of like aggressive dieting and doing 2-a-days and but are you going to be able to maintain that? But for the person who wants to lose 50 pounds, 60 pounds, I say, hey, listen, try to lose 1 pound a week. Try to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. Maybe 6 to 8 pounds a month. You feel what I'm saying? It's achievable. It doesn't intimidate you. It's something that you set yourself up for success. But when we have these crazy goals, like, I want to lose 30 pounds a month, it's just not realistic.
Even if you lost 1 pound in a month, it's still a plus because you're one step closer to your goal.
Yes.
And I tell them, like, you got your whole life. You don't have to actually do what I do.
You have to fall in love with the process. And I know a lot of people who are in the middle of the process that are hating the process. They're like, oh, that sounds good, but how do I fall in love? And I think there's a shift that has to happen mentally to where you detach yourself from the outcome. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of the stress in the process is you're so focused on the outcome instead of looking down at the work that's in front of you and really finding a way to appreciate that. Because here's the thing, like I tell people, let's say somebody wants to lose 100 pounds. I say, hey, listen, if I had a magic wand and I could just magically make you lose 100 pounds, you're not going to be able to maintain that weight loss. You're not going to learn the things that you need to learn. You're not going to become the person that you need to become, because the process is what molds you into the person that is able to maintain and appreciate the new physique, right? But if you just magically got it, you wouldn't know what to do with it. And that's just one way I try to I guess, promote the value of the process, because it's so much about who you're becoming in that day-to-day grind that matters way more than the outcome, than the goal body. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's spot on.
Talk to me a little bit about nutrition.
I did keto for a very long time. Like, and it's weird because normally people would say, like my brother Gene, he'll be like, man, you know, on the weekends I allow you a cheat day, but in my head, because I was so gung-ho in my head, it was a cheat meal. But I look at it like this. You know, I did my homework all week, and right before I got to turn it into the teacher, well, I'm erasing. Because a lot of people don't understand how keto actually works, like actually putting your body in a state of ketosis and keeping it there. Because just 4 grams of carbs to knock it out. So I wanted to get the full effect of my keto, so I would stay in a state of ketosis for a very long time. Now, in some cases, some people, if they have a low fat body percentage, it's dangerous because they'll eat their muscle. Shoot, I was 475 pounds. I had nothing but fat cut. So,
looking back, right, you've lost well over 200 pounds, almost 300 pounds, right? You've broken powerlifting records. You know, you created a community. You know, is there anything you would have done differently looking back on your weight loss journey?
To be honest, I probably wouldn't change a thing, because I fell in love with the journey so much. Like,
so all the mistakes, all the heartbreak, all of it was valuable to you
throughout this journey. All my mistakes, all my flaws, everything. Every time I stumbled, every time I stubbed my toe, anything. Yes, it was a lesson behind it. So I learned to, you know, live with the mistakes, because I learned so much behind that. I learned so much behind messing myself up on the squats. Now I know how to properly do it. Now, if I see somebody in the gym and they're doing it wrong, I can stop them from making that same mistake I made.
So the pain from the mistakes crystallized into wisdom that you're then able to pour into others.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. I love that. Man, I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Inspirational journey, bro. Like, I definitely want to get a workout in with you. Teach me some of this powerlifting stuff, bro.
Man, most definitely. I'm pretty sure you got some strength behind you, yo. I
do a little something.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity coming on this show, man. Actually giving me a voice, being able to come up here and speak about my journey. Because this is like really the first time I actually spoke about it and was able to piece it all together. Like, you know, just even the whole time while we doing this, I'm experiencing something totally different. Like actually reminiscing and looking back, and I'm just like, man.
Nah, people need to hear about this, man. This is powerful stuff, bro.
Yes, you're welcome for making that video, because I know it just helps you. And I want you to understand this. Listen, you can transform your body. You can have the body of your dreams. You just need the right information, and you need to apply it. So check out these 2 very helpful playlists. There's one that's going to give you information on nutrition, and one that's going to give you information on exercise. Good luck on your journey, and thank you for watching my video.